Kano Teaching Hospital is set to start open heart surgery, but that can only be done speedily if all stakeholders make a joint effort, as explained by a heart surgeon.
Okay. My name is Jamil Ismail Ahmad, or Dr. Jamil Ismail Ahmad. I'm a cardiothoracic surgeon in the Department of Surgery of Kano Teaching Hospital. Open heart surgery is a very sophisticated surgery. In fact, it's one of the most sophisticated surgery in the world. Also, it is one of the youngest specialty that has been developed. It's just about maybe some 70 years old. But most of other specialties, they have stayed for long. And the first open heart surgery was done in around 1952-53 in the US. The first one in Nigeria was in 1974. And it was the first in West Africa. Now, open heart surgery, the heart is always pumping. Since from 3 weeks in the womb, the fetal heart start to pump. And each second it should be able to beat. So it means in 1 minute it should beat for about 60 times. And it continues like that until when an individual dies. So an open heart surgery is a surgery that is done to surgically treat diseases that are within the heart. So you need to operate on the heart, you need to open the heart. And for you to do that, then it means you need some sophistication. And this sophistication requires that you need some special equipment. One of the major one is the heart-lung machine. Because the heart cannot be beaten, because the blood cannot be passing through the heart when you operate on it, then you need to divert the blood away from the heart and the lungs. And you also need to stop the heart from functioning, from beating. So that's why you need to use the heart-lung machine, through which you can divert the blood into the machine, and the machine becomes the artificial heart, and it becomes the artificial lungs, so that it will give oxygen to the blood. It also provides the pressure, so that the blood will come back, diverted from the heart. It will come back to the body and supply the body. So that is the open heart. It means it's an operation on the heart that you need to open into the heart or on the heart, and in the process you need to stop the heart. Yes, we currently have the machine in this hospital. We are lucky earlier this year we had this machine within the hospital. And in the whole country, there are a few of these machines. And we had one of the latest of the machines. This is a surgery that you really needed the highest level of teamwork. Because you need to work in synchrony with everybody. Because without that teamwork, then things will fall. So you need to train people to be able to work together and to cooperate for the benefit of the patients. So, and each of the team member is also a specialist. You need a specialized training. Some of this training is not available in the country. You need to get it from outside the country. And then you bring. So it takes, like, for example, a heart surgeon, it will take you up to about 10 years to get trained after becoming a doctor. And the equipment also, they're a bit expensive, as we said. But again, sometimes priority. But if the priority is set, we can be able to get those equipment. And not only the equipment, maintaining the equipment after buying it. And then another thing is consumables. Because not the equipment alone, you need some consumables that you use during the heart surgery. And these consumables are often not available or very expensive, and sometimes difficult to source. So you need to have a mechanism where you will provide those consumables. They're available and you get a very good quality consumable. And then another big challenge is affordability. Everywhere in the world, what happens is that there's an insurance system which pays for that. But our insurance system in Nigeria, it doesn't cover for those open heart surgeries. So it means everybody has to go and look for support, for money, or rely on maybe visitors to come and donate, or they do some free surgeries, which is not a sustainable option. So those are some of the challenges. What I will advocate is that there is need for multi-sectoral collaboration between the government, the private sector, and also the philanthropists and the people. They need to come together and do, because everybody is a potential victim. Everybody, even if you don't have the disease, even if you think you are young, you can have a child who have this disease and he needs treatment. By the time you start growing, then you are a potential victim that you may have all this heart attack. Now everybody should come together so that these 5 components can be sorted out. Issue of training. We need to train more people. We need to get places for training for them and support them to get trained so that they'll be motivated. And when we get those trained people, we need to have a mechanism and a system that will retain them so that they'll keep motivated and they'll remain within the country. Because without that, then any other country can just pick them. So that is for the human resources. And then they need to do the teamwork is very important. Then for the infrastructure, yes, there is need for investment by government, by philanthropists, and by even private sector to have the requisite infrastructure, the theaters, the ICUs, the cath labs, the wards, the investigation centers. You need all that. And then you also need to have equipment, provide equipment, buy equipment, and buy good equipment, and then have a system of maintaining the equipment. And then finally, we need to advocate for a system that will allow for patients to be able to access these services, either by expanding the healthcare insurance system or by providing a mechanism through some foundations where philanthropists and corporate bodies like telecommunication companies, banks, and others, they will come and they will support so that those patients who are indigent, they cannot be able to afford, then they can be able to be supported. And then so these are the ways I think we can advocate. But another good advocating system is, they say prevention is better and cheaper than cure. So we need to talk to people so that they will prevent it, the heart diseases. Because if you prevent it, then it means you don't have to spend the money.